Yo, guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to the 6 most disturbing things caught on police dashcam. I haven't been posting for a few days. I should have not been able to post for 2 weeks, but yeah, so I got a strike and YouTube decided, I appealed it and they decided it was too severe, so they took it back. But yeah, that's why I was away for a few days, but at the same time I feel like this probably means my channel is going to get more strikes. I don't really know, but yeah, I've said what I've said. We're going to get into this reaction. I do enjoy these types of videos, although it's going to 100% get, I guess, YouTube like to monetize my videos, especially videos like this. Just whenever it's a bit of like a situation where it's not all happy and landy dandy or whatever, it's just like bang, demonetize as soon as I post it. But we'll just get into it. Hopefully, going to enjoy, and hopefully you're all doing well. But let's jump into this. Links are in the description to my Patreon as well, where other reactions go. If it gets to the point where these reactions are always getting demonetized or whatever, I might have to start posting some to Patreon. So yeah, links are all there. But let's jump into this because I do enjoy this stuff. I love these types of videos, and I hate them as well because they're quite scary. But yeah, let's just get into it. I said that about 3 times, but we got there eventually.
This is the dashcam footage of Rookie Delaware State Police Trooper Hassan Hollis. Hassan was stationed on a highway on-ramp right next to a stalled vehicle waiting for a tow truck to arrive when he spotted a red Buick Regal. Only minutes before, a radio call had gone out for all officers in the area to be on the lookout for a vehicle that matched that very description, as it was linked to a possible kidnapping.
Oh my
Hassan
god.
quickly ditched the stalled vehicle and began chasing it down the highway.
These videos are crazy. They got a flipping, what, a kidnapping?
After a few moments, he caught up to it and got right behind it. The license plate matched up. Hassan then radioed for backup and began pulling the vehicle over using extreme caution.
Yes. Yes. Where? Where in the car? Stop the truck. Whoever's in the truck, get out of the truck. Go to the back seat now.
Inside the vehicle was 35-year-old Lewis Coleman. When asked if anyone else was in the vehicle, Lewis would explain how someone was in the trunk. Upon opening the trunk, police would find the remains of Jassy Kohaya inside of a suitcase.
Oh my.
A suitcase which Lewis was later found to have purchased only a couple days earlier at a nearby.
Fuck. Oh, that is horrible, man. Oh, I was hoping for the best, but of course not. This is the most disturbing stuff. Oh, that's horrible, man.
By Walmart. Along with this, he also purchased other items, such as duct tape, surgical gloves, and safety goggles.
Mate.
The unfortunate events were believed to have started at a nightclub hundreds of miles away where Jassy Kohaya was last seen. It's thought that this is where Lewis had lured her inside of his car. Upon being arrested, Lewis Coleman would plead not guilty, but considering the mass amount of evidence against him, he would later be found otherwise by a federal jury. As of right now, Lewis is still waiting for his sentencing.
Come on, lad, don't be stupid. You've just got the remains in your car.
It's
like, what
November
are you
19
doing?
in 2017 in Clearwater, Florida. 2 police cruisers, both with their own dash cams, were responding to a traffic stop on North Keene Road. Just 2 minutes after they arrived, a small plane hovering in the air slowly comes into view. But it quickly becomes clear that it's descending and heading straight at them.
Oh my days, it's trying to land, isn't it? Oh my god. Don't... You just got it out of view, you donut. Fuck. Oh my...
The plane's right wing clips a tree while descending, causing the aircraft to spin out and forcing it to the side of the road. Just minutes earlier, the 4-seater plane had taken off from a nearby airport. Flying it was 61-year-old Mark Allen Benedict, accompanied by 1 other passenger. Shortly into the flight, their engine started failing. Mark reported this back to the airport and further explained to them that he didn't think he could make it back. Mark didn't have many options, as the state of the one engine he had was only continuing to worsen. This is what forced him to crash land on the road, a road which just so happened to already have police present. Despite the terrible nature of the crash, Mark and the other passenger on board were able to walk away from the wreckage with minimal injuries.
Wow, what a guy.
No one on the ground was injured.
Best case scenario. I mean, it looks like that, and that's the best case scenario. So fair play
This
to
footage
him,
was
man.
taken from the dash cam of Arkansas Police.
Ah, no, not these dark ones. The light ones are all. I mean, I said they're all right. The first one was horrible, but like, I can deal with them because I don't want any jump scares, bro. These ones actually scare the hell out of me,
Corporal
man.
Randy McAdams around 3 a.m. on October 15th, 2005.
I don't like this. How he's just moving the
He had been
flashlight.
informed of some type of crash at Hobo Jungle Park and was in the process of responding to the incident. On his way to the crash site, he would notice a thick layer of what looked like fog directly in front of him. This prompted Randy to stay put. Shortly after, his dash cam would capture this.
209. I've got some kind of chemical smell. It's slowly drifted further south.
Bro, I don't like it. Oh, what is? Well, no, it's just something.
Damn, boy.
What is going on?
204 Central, we just had a huge explosion. We've got massive fire out here on Dudley here at the rental yard. All kinds of stuff on fire.
Oh, it was trees or whatever.
Just lost power down here on the hill.
What?
209, you might want to back your unit up.
What?
Get your ass out of my way. Get the hell up out of here.
Wait, what the hell has happened?
Randy desperately backs away from the explosion and is able to make it out of its range. It turns
moving
out the crash he
quick.
was responding to was a train crash at a nearby railroad yard. The collision resulted in the puncture of a tanker carrying propylene, a compressed flammable gas. This is the fog Randy had originally seen when responding to the incident. At that point, the gas wasn't yet on fire. It wasn't until it reached a nearby house that it was set ablaze. It's believed that the house's water heater is what was responsible. This is what then caused the extreme explosion seen in the dashcam footage.
That is mental.
Had Randy entered the fog, he and his patrol vehicle likely would have been incinerated. But amazingly, all police officers and even rail yard employees were out of the explosion's range when it occurred. In fact, around
Flipping
3,000
out.
residents within a 1-mile radius were advised to evacuate immediately. Unfortunately though, the house that had started the explosion had a single occupant, which would be the only person killed in the incident. This tragedy brought a lot of light to the shortcomings in communication methods between the police, the fire department, and those working the rail yard tower. For example, initial observations of a vapor cloud and chemical odor were not even passed down to responding dispatchers. In response to this, the city has since modified some of their communication protocols.
This video is wild, man.
This
These
footage was
videos
taken
are
on
always
February
crazy.
18th, 2022 in Shawnee, Wisconsin. The dashcam is in the cruiser of Officer Jeff Buettner. Jeff was patrolling the highway when suddenly this happened.
Wait, is my audio quiet? That's why it's so quiet. Oh, mate. Mate, that is actually...
A pileup of cars comes into view, but same as everyone else, the icy conditions didn't allow enough time for Jeff to slow down, forcing him to crash. Before he had time to get out, cars from behind him would begin to slam into his police cruiser.
Bro.
Jeff was now trapped inside of his vehicle, but still, at least for the most part, unhurt. Not long passes when a few other people involved in the crash go up to check up on Jeff.
Hey, officer, are you okay? Little sore, but... I'm a little sore, but I gotta try and get a hold of my supervisor at least. I'm kind of trapped right now. How's your legs and everything? They're alright. I'm kind of trapped right here. Okay, yeah. I'm with Shawano PD. I gotta I'll try and get out of here and do what I can to help you guys.
How many cars were collected up there?
I'm sorry, man. I'm trapped right now. That's okay. Hold on. Let me try and get out of my driver's door first. Can you? Can you? Nope. We got it open. You got it open?
6 minutes would pass until Jeff was able to free himself. From there, he immediately joined in helping other stranded drivers. A total of 39 vehicles were involved in the pileup,
What?
resulting in 10 people being injured.
How no one was killed from that? Flipping hell.
In January of
39
2016, police of Lincoln County would release this dashcam video. Driving the cruiser is Deputy Jeremy Gatney, who was on a routine patrol in the area at the time. As he nears an intersection, Jeremy notices an obstruction in the roadway. That's when he realizes it was moving and coming towards him. He slows down and turns on his lights as he gets closer, before realizing what he was actually looking at.
What the hell? I thought it was a car coming. Bro, is that a little kid?
An infant child running in the middle of the road right up to Jeremy's front bumper. Jeremy picks him up and asks him where his parents were, and shortly after they would be located. They were found frantically searching for their child. It was later discovered that the child had unknowingly slipped out of the family's house through an open door, and it wouldn't be until minutes later before the parents realized that their child was missing. The incident was investigated thoroughly on the basis of child neglect, but it was ultimately determined to just be an accident. Therefore, no criminal charges were brought to anyone involved.
I mean, this is a happy ending to this one, but that's scary.
On the morning of February 24th, 2015, police would receive multiple calls from a neighborhood in New Jersey reporting a strong smell of gas in the air.
Not another one like
Police,
this.
firefighters, and utility workers would respond to the calls. They suspected a gas leak and were quickly trying to locate where it was coming from. Meanwhile, 75 different homes in the nearby area were evacuated. Then, caught on one of the responding police cruiser's dash cams, a sudden explosion.
Oh, mate.
The explosion sent debris from the house flying out in every direction throughout the neighborhood. The home was blown clear from its base, though it was under renovation at the time and therefore empty of people. However, 15 people would still be injured from the blast, most of which being firefighters and utility workers. Some even being critically injured and having to be airlifted to nearby emergency rooms. It's believed the explosion was caused by a 2-inch gas main that broke, but how it broke in the first place, or what ignited the blast, is still unclear.
Bruh. This video was nuts. How no one lost their lives from this one, I'll never know, man. You never failed to take me back to the prime days of YouTube horror content. I mean, I don't know, but I can't relate. The officer was apologising for being trapped and not being able to help. Yeah, that is. He's thinking about other people when he's the one who's in the situation. Chilling Scares and Mr. Nightmare are hands down the best scary channels. Respect Mr. Baldwin, please. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy this reaction. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And I mean, when the next one comes out, I'll watch that too. These dashcam ones are just fun to do. I say fun. They're just like a lot of other channels do these types of videos, and it is just quite meh because I use any clips. But these videos are a lot better. So I mean, yeah, if you want more reactions when the next one comes out, let me know in the comments. And yeah, until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.